If you're enjoying the show, check out the Patreon. We got some delicious perks over there for you if you want them, just if you want them. If you don't want them, that's okay. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Joshua Weissman Show. It's a cooking show, binging with Babushka. I'm your host, Jeffrey Boyardi. We're going to clean this crap off, and then we're going to make some breakfast, because the most important, serving it up Babish's way. Here in the Hot Ones program, we like to keep things really hot and spicy, so we got the thermonuclear adjustment to the food. We're putting on pepper to it, so hopefully we can handle it. Scarjo's coming over later. She's gonna help me, I don't know, eat some rice, I guess. Who cares? And once that's all done, it'll be done. This thing's actually quite dirty. Sink sponge, that's right, I'm smart. Do I need to do this? Not really. Do I want to do it? No. As Marie Kondo once said, you want to throw everything that you have in the trash and set your house on fire and watch as it burns. Well, it's the only way you can cleanse the world of your filth. I don't know why everyone likes that lady so much. She seems a little weird to me for saying all that, but, to each their own. I don't have access to all the fun, cool cleaning supplies like barman's buddy or whatever, and then bald man's delight, all this stuff. When I get home though, I'm gonna go ape shit. Not really ape shit. I'm just gonna get some of those supplies, so cleaning will be more satisfying and delectable. Y'all probably can't even see this, but it's not for you. So literally, this is not for you. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Raise your hand if you're a keep the eggshell in the basket person. And then lower your hand and then point at me if you're a keep the egg shells in the trash type person. That's much better. Can you imagine how much easier life would be if people just were more quieted down? Didn't say all this crap so much. People just stopped yapping. Can you imagine? I'm no cook, but breakfast food is sort of how could you possibly fuck it up type of thing. But sometimes I manage to. Sometimes I cook the eggs a little too wacko. So you know what they should do for Easter egg hunting is just use brown dye for all of them. Naturopathic. All Peeps and all Easter related candies, Cadbury eggs, should be white and brown, because that's the natural way of things. If you can you see this crap? Maybe not. We're moving it closer. Because we're perfect. So nuts on my ass. Oh, this thing doesn't even have the grate on it. Not great. I didn't know for the longest time that the eggshell is the best way to get cracked egg pieces out of the egg. Works extremely well. I don't know what they should patent that. Keeping it real simple, we got ourselves a bowl of rice. It's pepper. It's not even pepper, it's pepper powder, which I actually don't know what the tangible difference is between that and... Probably could have flipped them all at once, but see, these are, to me, to my mind, overcooked a little bit. Yolk's still soft, but, or I guess one side of the yolk isn't soft. So I'm gonna cut the heat, cut the shit, see if this is allowed. Amazing. Eggs and rice, you can't beat it. Many say. Many such cases. Okay, we're done. This has been presentation from Martha Stampson or whatever, Martha Sampson. The question is ketchup or soy sauce, because I don't really feel like doing both, because it seems heinous. Ketchup and rice, perhaps sacrilegious, but there's eggs here too, so, get a grip or whatever. All right, that's enough. Start putting stuff away. Oh, yeah, I gotta walk through backwards, because the net will catch on fire if I don't. I'm gonna eat now, but I'm not gonna film it, because that feels weird and uncomfortable to watch me eat, but there's gonna be footage overlaid probably of cleaning or a workout or some crap. So hope you have fun, I guess. You little freaks. We gotta have some laundry to do, so here goes nothing. There. Seasoning. Delicious. turbo drum. Okay. What do we do? We do stuff. When do we do it? When do we do it? What do? We do stuff. When do we do it? Now. Or other times. I still need to go for a walk, bro. This is messed up, bro. Yeah. Voiceover man, it's the king of the voiceover. Back again to do a voiceover. Push day. I think I'm doing these push-ups. I think I need to change how I do them. Meaning that I watched a couple videos. On my way down on the push-ups, I need to hold it stronger. I need to go down slower, basically, because I'm not fully dropping. You know, like if you're just trying to do 50 or whatever, you go. But I could definitely keep more tension on the way down. And I'm gonna try it. I'm excited to try it next time. But here, I'm just doing basically normal ones, and I got tired here because I'm a tired boy. So yeah. Yawning. I wish I could use my phone, but it's connected to the tripod. I'll set a timer on my computer. Child hacker. Oh look, Midwest Magic cleaning. 124 hours, chill. And we can pull up a topic. Life story, binge eating. Your new life is gonna, oh, I already did that. Nostalgia, self-improvement, masculinity crisis. A tool for ADHD that actually works. Oh yeah, that tool stopped working. Oops. How to keep house while drowning. I already kind of did that one. Minimal travel desk setup tour. Oh yeah, that might be fun to do, like a desk setup. Self-improvement people love that shit. I've always been a big proponent of big gamer PC setups, politically correct, big gaming type shit. Fortnite, 240 FPS, mechanical keyboard, rotated, giant mouse pad, 2000 DPI gaming mouse, wireless or wired. I'm just naming off a bunch of shit that if you're not about that life, you probably just fell on the ground unconscious by the pure gamer energy. Okay, let's go. Since about 2017, I've had that type of setup of just like RGB, big fans, custom built, blah, 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 blah. And I go on to talk about it in this episode, but at a certain point, aesthetically, which is kind of a lame reason to change a computer setup, but one of the things I thought about was kind of looking at it aesthetically and just not really loving it anymore, the full gamer mode, but I do still have it, and I'll probably keep using it just in a gamer room. But I switched to Mac. When I went on my trip, I switched to Mac. I still have my PC, but it was like one of those I built it with all the different parts. When I built it, I don't know. If you really follow the instructions, you'll be okay, but when I built mine, everything went swellly except for some of the USB ports didn't work. Or just one of them, the USB-C port on the front, which is not a big deal, but it was one of those things where it's like, if you just buy the thing, that's not something you don't have to worry about. But you build it, something will go wrong. In a lot of ways, it's kind of inarguable that bang for your buck, building a PC, the amount of graphical power you can get, and CPU stuff. I think it was a 32 core. It wasn't a Threadripper. It was an AMD 7900X or some crap. It was overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz. And I had a GTX 4080 Ti, or maybe 3090 Ti. The 3090 Ti. Dumb to buy that. It was a very overpriced card. It was just the latest one, so I was like, fuck it. Great for gaming, great for everything. For rendering, for video editing, for, just the Windows setup with all that crap. It was very workflow-wise efficient. 2 monitors and everything. 3D stuff. I used to do some 3D stuff, so it was really good for that. I sacrificed all of that, though, for this setup. I'll talk about it after this next set. The Mac. I've always been a Mac hater up until I got this laptop. Be right back. Macs, even the newest ones, are just not great for gaming. Even if the tech can handle it, there's many games are not optimized for Macs. And so, I play League pretty much. That's only the game I only play. I haven't played in a while, but if I do play games, it's that, which is a reason for me to be able to do something like this. If you want to play God of War or whatever, Elden Ring and shit, it's going to be tough on a Mac. There's no convincing people out of their computer love, their team, Windows or Mac. If you would have told me to get a MacBook a year ago, I would have been like, whoa, and slowly backed out of the room and then backflipped off the balcony to a graceful, beautiful end. But I mean, not till try or whatever. The biggest thing, having an iPhone, because I used to have an Android, is being able to text from your computer. As stupid as that is, as annoyingly proprietary it is, iMessage and stuff, it's like extremely, what's the word? Not valuable, not efficient, extremely convenient when you mostly are dealing with people that have iPhones. But if you're not, there's no reason for that. In fact, it's probably the opposite. You can just, download Telegram or download WeChat or whatever else just onto your PC to text, type to text, and it works well. However, through the use of shortcuts, I've managed to get this thing going quite epic style for my video editing workflow. I'm actually very excited to have learned all of the commands to the point where the same workflow I would be doing with 2 screens, mechanical keyboard, wired mouse with a bunch of stuff, I'm able to do on the Mac with a trackpad. And video editing too with the trackpad. I've always been like, you don't do that without a mouse, but I'm doing it right now quite efficiently, and being beholden to a certain style or technology that's comfortable, which again is stupid. If it works for you, it works for you, whatever. But it's the change in mentality. No, I've talked about it before, the type of thing where it's like you don't know, just being a little closed-minded about things, being certain that the way you do things is the best way, and then discovering, people do things in different ways and it works for them. It might work for you too, or maybe it won't. And then other one, awesome. If you know. Yuck. If you know, you know. Yuck. This computer conversation I think it seems like it's just a way for me to talk about ego, having ego, and being so sure of yourself that you are right and doing the best thing that I just said it, but I'm just repeating it. But I guess that's one articulation of ego, and I think, I've dealt with that a lot, narcissism type stuff, definitely. I'm gonna do 2 more sets, then I'm gonna do some dips, and then I'm gonna do core. Maybe some other stuff. Let me check my notifications. Start a small business. Also that adherence to a brand, brand loyalty, or rather tech loyalty. I'm Team PC, I'm Team Mac, blah, 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 blah. Spawns from an ecosystem of online content that is getting you interested in tech by showing you the products you can buy. It's a very neat, sneaky industry, right? Marques Brownlee, great videos. He's a salesman. He's a tech reviewer, and he's a good one, probably one of the best. He's been doing it for one of the longest. But him and all these other guys are salespeople. And I don't know, it took me a while to realize that. Not because it should be obvious. If you're looking at the new tech, there's a good chance you're searching for something to buy. I don't think that's the case for most people, though. Actually, I shouldn't say there's a good chance. It's just the newest tech comes out, you're curious what they're doing now, what iterations they're making to these existing products. And there's some interesting stuff, New camera, when they did a camera that's underneath the screen, stuff like that. I don't think they're any good yet, but that's cool. That's fun and interesting. But it's also scary amount of focus and attention goes on iterations to purchasable products in a demonic consumer market versus anything else. The balance from, I need a new phone, let me check out the reviews, to what's there now doesn't feel good. It feels bad. Generally speaking, feeling bad feels bad. I need to read more about consumerism because I have just vague principles about, my issues with it and how it has influenced my life, but I don't have a very deep knowledge of it. And one of the troubles about having a Yap channel is I am encouraged to yap about stuff that I don't really understand fully, and so I would like to read more about that. So if anyone has any research, let me know. Probably going overkill on the sets. I'm doing 5 or 6. I just like push-ups, man. What can one say? Taking Vyvanse at 1 p.m. Bad idea. But I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this loop of me waking up. Well, today I woke up at 8 a.m. Went and made some eggs and rice, and then went back to sleep till 1. That was a mistake. But I also gone to bed at 4. So my clock's all fucked up. I think tomorrow I have to get up at 8, or whenever I get up earlier, in the earlier period. Take the meds, have some caffeine, and push through. Because if you go back to bed, you're in for a bad time. Sleep schedule-ly. I'm gonna go for a walk after this. That's what I'm gonna do. because that'll help me sleep. I was reading all the studies on how walks are good for you, and of all the myriad of things it does, sleeping is one of the things that helps most with like the before and after of people with insomnia or sleeping issues. It didn't improve that much for people that already exercised for consistently, but for those who didn't, it was like baboonga. Hopefully I do it. Hopefully I don't get tired. I am going to eat some food after this, so I might get too tired. I did there say that I'm going to have caffeine with the ADHD medications with the stimulants. I shouldn't do that, and I am trying to not do that as much, but for something like this, where it's like I won't fall asleep. I might, if I have fucked myself into having 2-3 hours of sleep in order to reset my schedule, then that's kind of what I need. But don't do that, folks. Don't do it. I think voiceover no is gonna have to take over. Some no thoughts head empty. Next up is dips. They're not gonna be full dips. They're gonna be very assisted because I still don't know how to do them without in this situation, without a proper situation. So I'm just doing this. Have you ever heard the term monk mode? It's kind of like a self-improvement philosophy of like just going off. I mean, as a monk would, going off on your own, focusing only on yourself and your, I guess, the things that you were doing in this context to just improve yourself. And I would consider what I'm doing right now a form of monk mode, just because I'm kind of like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, I'm keeping up with people, but I'm not like seeing them because I'm just out there and I'm like trying to do these things every day. But this concept of monk mode, it sucks so much when I like hear anyone talk about it, because all like a huge part of it for the people that are proponents of it is like cutting people off, or like not talking to anyone, or cutting people out of your life that aren't like, it's very, very toxic. And it's like self-righteous and toxic. And I really am just like, damn, you're advising things that, okay, if you're saying focus on, the things you want to improve, if you want to get in shape, try and be consistent, blah, blah, blah. On its face, that's fine. That's whatever. But when it's paired with this weird, resentful, like, I'm better than the people around me, I'm going to climb my way up the ladder and make it so I have $20K a month, and then I'll start, talking to the people that are lesser than. It's extremely superior. It's very, like, superiority complex. Most of the time I see people talk about it. And I don't know, I wish it didn't have to be that way. I guess I was watching this video by Gokanaro. I don't know if anyone's familiar, but amazing video about Sneeko. And okay, this part's gonna end because I gotta continue this. But basically, individualism and working your way up in a system is fetishized, and that sucks a lot of times. Okay, we're taking a long ass time. It's okay though. I was procrastinating, watching Tube, reading the internet. Okay, here we go. Split, splungy heroin squat. I think when talking about cutting people off in the last video, I brought up an example of an addict as a thing where I think I spoke about it really callously. A lot of people pointed that out, and so sorry sorry, because I did speak about it pretty callously. I think what I was trying to say was there are tons of valid reasons to want to, get bad influences out of your life. Just in the space that I'm observing, the logic behind it is it's not only corny. Well, firstly, it's corny, but mainly it's super antisocial, Like, you have people in your life, you have friends, you have family, and evaluating whether or not they are worth being in your life based on their willingness to play along with your, relentless pursuit for capital, because it usually comes down to, like, there's some people that are just like, they want to get healthy. But even then, it's like, why does it have to come at the expense of your relationships? Even if, like, why can there not be an understanding that, okay, I want this time to myself, communicating that, and just not being weird about it, Yeah, those are hard. And even harder. Oh, fuck. Even harder because when you're doing the second set, your leg that's tired from the first set is being stretched out. And it feels like it's being worked. Definitely got to alternate which leg I start with. Well, Out of breath. Holy crap, Lois. It's 37. I think I mentioned it before, but there's this video from Hamza I watched one time, one of the biggest male self-improvement YouTubers. It's definitely skews towards boys. Like the content's very memey, and then whenever he does his meetups, it's all like, they're all like 14. But this guy was talking about how he was on his monk mode journey, and he was like working out and like doing all these things, focusing on business, and he, I guess, got to a point where he felt like he was good enough, or felt like he had gotten somewhere where he could be proud of it. And he was riding his bike home from the gym, and he rode past he saw some of his old friends at a bar. And I think he either stopped or he was walking home and stopped and talked to someone. And the entire conversation, he's talking about how he felt during this entire conversation with his old friend. He was just like, wow, you haven't moved anywhere in life, and like, I'm so glad I cut you out, and I'm so glad this isn't how I am, because it makes me sick. It makes me, he's definitely being hyperbolic, but he's just essentially saying, I could never be like this, because it is not productive and not optimized for securing my future, quote unquote securing my future, which in this case is just making a fuck ton of money. Highly inefficient workout. Oh, fuck. And I watch stuff like that and I get a little sad. You know, I'm like, damn, this guy and his friends were just kind of hanging out, having a pint, just chilling. It just feels extremely weird to like walk by that and be like, this, I would never do this. And it's not in an, I was an alcoholic sense. It's so superior. You can just, it feels that way. I don't know. I could be wrong, but the way this content presents itself is sort of extreme self-improvement to the point of toxicity, where it's like, you don't have time to fuck around. You don't have time to relax, because some of the videos are hella weird. They're like, because someone's going to find your future wife and they're going to have sex with her, and that's your wife, bro. You got to win the race. Super, obviously, extremely toxic. But even the less overtly toxic stuff, the theme remains. Throw out all your relationships, throw out all your connections, throw out all the things that you do with people that you might find genuine enjoyment in, if they are not optimized for your life of hyper productivity and hyper small businessing. And I don't know, something about that just really, it makes me sad, because I see people in the comments that are like, I cut off my whatever, I cut off my leg because I want to be grinding. And I'm like, damn, I just don't know. I'm being a lazy boy again, but I gotta throw in the towel. No core, I'll do core, double core, or I'll do maybe a full core workout tomorrow. But I just can't. If there was someone here yelling at me, it would work. I'd do it. Someone's gonna yell at me in the comments. I'm glad, because I asked you to do that. I like it when you do that. But that won't let me time travel and come back and finish. I'll just do it tomorrow. Diaries of a laziness does not exist. Diaries of a guy who is relaxing. See you and bye. Thanks for all these things.